Good evening. Welcome to the latest FFUK review video, this time for the month of February.
Good evening.
One of my favourite months.
Really?
It's in my top 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so welcome and thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching again. First up, let's talk about, well, we've had a big month in the Cups. Pivotal month in the Cups, you could say. Unfortunately, I'm not in the Cup anymore.
No, me too.
Neither is Pete, but
I'm living the Cup dream vicariously
through who?
Various teams who
Oh, right.
are doing all right.
Anyone who's in. So, Pete, if you could give us our Cups up. What's the Cups update?
It's easy to forget about the Cups, of course, unless you're in them, but it's buzzing. FFUK Cup, firstly, was the quarter-finals going into the semi-finals. 4 teams left now. Toby Glischer, second place. Gleicher. Second place in the league, had a great match against David Smith, smashed it. Donald McCauley smashed Ewan Phillips.
You like the word smash? Sound like Andy Gray and Richard Keys.
Donald's must be what, 8th or 7th or 8th in the league, something like that. No, thank you. No. Fair play to Donald.
Having a great season.
Strangely, Paul Baker, who's currently 8th in the league, has been beaten by over 30 points by Marcus Blowers, who's much further down the league.
But has been doing well recently.
Clearly. And the only tight fixture in there was Matt Cox versus Nick Verardi, which looks as though Matt Cox has won by about 9 points.
We just have to say on all these score updates, we're doing this on a Sunday evening, and it is provisional because they might change them.
Right.
But we think because there's enough of a gap.
Unless they did actually do something weird.
Unless, Jamie Vardy goes and kills someone tonight.
Or they took his assist away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll go a bit quicker through the Challenge Cup. Very sad to see Darren Russell lose by, I think, about 4 or 5 points to Duncan Galloway, Chris's uncle.
Representing for the family.
For the want of trying. Alan Tompkins, a FFUK veteran prize winner, has lost to Jamie Stewart,
last season.
Another veteran through to the quarterfinals of the Challenge Cup. We saw wins for Jordan Davison, Reece Richardson, Sergio Dos Santos. Another veteran, Mark Leatham, is through, as are Mark Tarbucks and Richard Harrison, who both had really good months.
They're right up there. They're sort of top 5, both of them, I think. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So is that where we're at? So the next month is going to be the semi-final in the
FFUK
Cup and the quarterfinals of the Challenge Cup. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So obviously, good luck to all of you involved in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done to everyone that's got through. It's been cracking.
Absolutely. So next up, I'm just going to quickly talk about the prizes because obviously we just mentioned the cups. So the winner
it's easy to forget about the prizes.
Well, that's what, and also Pete never has won a prize, so he would.
I have won a prize previously. Yeah.
What worst?
I got runner-up in best game week score once.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about proper prizes. So if you win the league, £250.
And the prizes, that's
pretty
excellent.
Good. I would argue £250. That's good.
That would be
a nice
brilliant.
Weekend.
That would be brilliant. Yeah. And that £250 is scaled down to 10th place in the league. So all the top 10 win cash prizes.
Something. Yeah. The cup winner of the FFUK Cup anyway gets 100.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Challenge Cup gets 50, and that's the same prize.
Runners up.
Runners up get prizes as well.
Both
but
of those.
We're not saying we're just sort of highlighting the best prizes here. So Manager of the Month and Best Game Week score also get £50 each. So there are still big prizes up for grabs.
Absolutely, and no less than the Manager of the Month and the Best Game Week score, which are absolutely.
Well, I will put my neck on the line here. The Best Game Week score hasn't happened yet.
No, I think so. Is Coxey winning that at the moment?
I think he's on 113.
Yeah, something like
that. But I think that'll be beaten.
Harrison for December had a great month.
That might be harder to beat. But
although with the doubles
maybe
that may or may not come,
Okay. So that's the prizes. Obviously, all of those are on the website. So check those if you want to just check where you are in the league and how much money you're going to make. But for most of us, unfortunately, it's on to next season. But anyway, let's carry on. So next up, let's talk about Leicester, because Leicester are top of the league. Leicester have been amazing this season. They've been refreshing.
You don't want to talk about Leicester.
Leicester
Deal.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about that Leicester.
Okay, sorry, Leicester.
Leicester
Let's
City.
talk about Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester City Football Club. Was that a joke?
Yeah, that was my joke.
That was a pre-rehearsed joke, apparently. So Leicester City, they've been amazing. They've been refreshing, haven't they, this season? It's
Leicester,
and it sounds patronising saying this, but it's not patronising. It's just, aside from the shower of players Chelsea have got that don't bother turning up, at least the Leicester players really do put it all in. And you watch them and you just think, wow, it's amazing to see.
Leicester have really shaken things up in the Premier League this season, and I'm sat wondering whether it's going to be a one-season wonder or whether it's actually going to change the whole makeup of the league.
No, I don't think it will, unfortunately. Well, from Leicester's point of view, but I do think it's been amazing this season, and it shows what you can do with hard work.
I don't think that.
I don't think Leicester will win. Firstly, I don't think Leicester will win the league this season.
Right, okay.
I'll say that now, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why as well, because we haven't got to the point in the season where they think they're going to win it. They might be thinking they might win it at this point, but when they think they've won it, or they could win it, that's when it all changes. That's when the pressure hits. That's when Chelsea was struggling the last 10 games of last season. Absolutely, just got over the line with a manager on top form at the time, and players who are better than Leicester's players. But we still struggled. Arsenal are fragile. They won't do it. Spurs possibly, but they have no experience. I think City will still win the league, unfortunately.
You heard it here first. I'm not sure I agree with that, and I hope Chris is wrong, just because I'd like to.
I hope I'm wrong.
I've got a bit of a more romantic hope for
naive, I would call it, but that's fine.
Whatever.
That's fine. So Leicester. I mean, big ups. Even if they lose every single game from now to the end of the season, they're still going to get massive respect.
Top four.
No, they won't. Not if they do that, but. I think they will still finish top four.
No, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that last comment back. Actually,
please do.
It's not technically possible for that to happen, but
no, I think they will finish top four. That's fine. I just don't think they'll win the league. I don't think they will. But
come on, Leicester.
And Leicester as well. Yeah. Okay, next up, the EFT are one of our regular features. We've got two subjects for the EFT this week. I'm going to sort of look at the top two in the league, and Pete's going to talk about tactics. Pete, do you want to go first? Or shall I go first?
You go first.
I'll go first. Okay, so let's look at Mark. Mark's obviously top of the league.
You're looking at the top two.
I took a look at the top two, sorry. So Mark Turnbull, he's been top now for what?
It's
8 weeks,
about
10 weeks?
8 or 9 weeks, I think.
Something like that.
Now.
So he's been up there. He's been doing well. So I look at his there and I was thinking, what can I sort of garner from this? And he's got a pretty good midfield. He's got Ozil, Paye, Mahrez, Ali, and Willian in midfield. Which is pretty solid. You can't really complain about that. He's got Kane and he's got Vardy. Fair enough. He's got Igalo, who's been magnificent again this season. Now I think he's only brought Igalo in recently, hasn't he? Because the reason I say that is no, that's I think Leicester, who didn't have any Watford players. Leicester and Mark are both big Watford fans and go to the games every week. And Leicester, until recently, didn't have any Watford players, which I found strange. But anyway, so and his defence is all right. He's got Toby, Kashani, and then he's got sort of a third choice from Cresswell, Bain, Daniels, Schmeichel, and Cech in goal. So it's a really solid all-round squad. I wouldn't say.
It doesn't sound devastating, does it?
It doesn't, but this season has just been such a freak season, hasn't it? In so many ways. Anyway, what I was going to also say was, I had a look to see how he'd done in previous seasons. And it looks like he's never played the game before, which just is amazing, because normally this game you have to play it once or twice, I would say, and then in your third season you've picked up all the little intricacies and little rules.
Yeah, I'm going. It's about 10th.
Oh yeah, but you're a special needs case. So no, but I mean, what I'm saying is this season has been a little bit strange in lots of ways.
Yes.
I.e., Leicester are top of the league, and Chelsea aren't anywhere near that. So yeah, that's a good squad going forward. He has done his wild card as well in 24, so he's only got left.
And he has
bench
used.
boost. He's used his triple captain.
Oh, you had a look
famously. famously,
of course, he used it
famously,
for Aguero in game week.
Probably the best triple captain use we will ever see.
8, I think 10.
I mean, certainly in terms of efficiency, it was 20 minutes of madness. It was 5 goals in 20 minutes. You know, okay, if he plays 2 games, he might get that many goals and get again a double game week or something. But he's never going to do that again. So.
True, sensational.
Well done, Mark. And actually, I think if you look back, do you not think that's when he made his rise? That's when he really hit his
you clearly
straps.
haven't read my Roaming the Top 10 article.
To be honest, it was very long.
But yes, that's exactly when he made his rise into the top 10, but only to about 6th, 7th, or 8th, something like that. This sort of consolidation happened much later, so respect.
Okay, so that's Mark. Fair play, Mark. You're top. You're the one to beat at the moment. We're all on your tail. On his closest to his tail is Toby Gleitcher. Toby's a friend of ours, an Arsenal fan, a big Arsenal fan. Had a season ticket until this season.
I think there's about a 10-point gap.
I think there is. I think it's 11 at the moment. We're just waiting for the leagues to update, but it looks like about 11 points. He this week went for Mahrez captain, which probably hurt a little bit. Maybe Vardy would have been a better choice there, although that was a very lucky assist. His squad, obviously, there are similarities to Mark's. He's got Mahrez, he's got Ali, he's got Ozil, he's got Payet. But there are differences. He's got all Brighton, so perhaps that's his 5th midfielder there. He's got Aguero on the bench, so he's also got a Liverpool defender. He's got the same goalkeeper. Got Toby, as everyone has, and Crystal Palace and Southampton defenders. So there is definitely they're not identical on top up there, which is good. And actually, I do think hopefully we're moving a little bit. There was definitely a period of this season where everyone seemed to have a very similar team, and it was like almost because there weren't a lot of injuries and things, and it was getting to a point with Lukaku, Kane, and Vardy, and and then it started. I feel like we're sort of moving away from it a little bit. But anyway, that's.
I don't. I think we're actually hitting it.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, the front 7. Okay. Vardy, Kane, Aguero. Although a lot of people haven't got Aguero this week. But,
yeah.
Certainly the midfield is midfield's.
Do you know what? That's maybe a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
So we've sort of veered off it.
Or even on our own.
Yeah, I mean, Toby, maybe we won't record that one because we have some great.
If anyone would like to hear me and Chris analysing whether there is a template team or not, please write to us.
Yes, we do take requests. Absolutely. Okay, so that's Toby's team. I mean, we had a quick look at it. It's they're both decent sides. They're both doing very well. Fair play to them. Pete, what do you want to discuss? You want to talk about?
I haven't really got anything to discuss. Oh. I'm just, especially today after my poor week.
Oh, should we discuss that?
And if you want.
Okay, so
you were lucky.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. You were lucky.
I wasn't. Which bit of my team was lucky?
Without Arnie, your team would have been exactly the same. Arnie,
was playing the bottom team in the league at home.
Yeah, so arguably it could have been a good shout, depending on how you view it.
It was a good shout.
I've made them before.
He's a little bitter.
Just fine. A little bit.
Fine. I mean, I've had a reasonable week, a decent week. I'm happy with my week.
So there's only 11 games left now.
There is squeaky bum time.
Except for a couple of teams who have missed games today that are to be repeated later in the season. And I'm just wondering if there is a way of out-tacticking.
That's not a word.
It is, I just made it.
Okay.
If there's a way with tactics or planning that you can make or give yourself a better chance than purely relying on luck.
I don't know. Right, to be honest,
a lot of teams are just lucky.
I think I can explain this, people. This the reason Pete's saying this.
A lot of luck is involved. Harrison this week had Valencia playing,
but you make your own luck.
Well, okay.
You do. You make your own luck in this world.
It's weird that after one good week, you can sit here and say you make your own luck.
Well, you're only as good as your last week. That's
right.
That's the fact, and that's a well-known fact. It was, and if we're taking that, I'm
surely not in a league because you could have a bad.
But I'm much better than you this week.
You're a little bit better than me this week only.
About 21 points better. We'll take into account your points hit.
Well, that doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, let's wait and see what happens at the end of the season.
Yes. Onto other things.
We know that Chris has had one good week, but
this week
it's just 1 week.
It's been all right, yeah. Anyway, next up, another regular feature, Jermaine Pedant. And this week I was going to talk about FIFA. Because I feel like they need to be discussed.
As well.
Oh, you've got one as well?
Yeah.
Is it about FIFA or something else?
No, about something else.
Okay. Do you want to do it afterwards?
I'll do it afterwards, yeah.
Okay, so FIFA, right? The people who run football, a bunch of crooks, basically. And while we're talking about them, obviously it's pretty timely at the moment because they've just voted in a guy called Gianni Infantino, which sounds kind of like a gangster name straight away. Voted him in as the new president, and so I looked at it. I went and I didn't really know much about him, so I went on the website and had a look at him. And basically, he's been Sepp Blatter's assistant for the last 8 years, which is really good. So the guy who was underneath the guy who was responsible for all the corruption is now in charge. So glad they've sorted that one out. And luckily, the English FA, who are also a bunch of crooks, I think, although they might just be incapable or I think they're probably incapable. They have voted for Gianni Infantino, knowing full well that he was Sepp Blatter's right hand.
It's politics, basically, isn't it?
It's corruption. That's what it is. Complete corruption. The FBI are now investigating FIFA as a corrupt organisation. Yet FIFA then bring in their own inquiry team. It's just a joke. Anyway, it's very sad to see that the people who are in charge of football, but it's not just football. Actually, recently we kind of see that actually the people in charge of the world are pretty corrupt as well. Donald Trump, maybe for one. Anyway, that's my rant. Jamaican rant. What did you want to say? Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, do you know you've got something on your head? You've got a light.
Yeah, we've got a little problem with the studio lights at the moment. They are very bright.
You could do this, and you could aim it at people.
I will aim it at you if you carry on like that. Anyway, we're starting to run out of time now, so I'm going to have to draw this everything to a close. But a couple of things to talk about still. End of season awards. We've talked about them on the website. Hopefully, if you read the website or the WhatsApp, you'll know what we're talking about. But if you don't, then go to the website and have a read about.
Let me just to explain. It's not a big official thing, and it's not.
There's no kind of.
It's not only come if you're getting an award. It's more a celebration of fantasy football.
What we're actually thinking is we do it around an England game or the cup final or something, and we hire a bar or a room or a table somewhere. Thank you. If we put it right like that. That's perfect.
Yeah, just keep it there.
So if you so that's basically one of the things we're talking about at the moment, and the voting has just closed for that. But I'm going to leave it open for a couple of days because if anyone watches this video, there's no harm. You can go and still vote now. We've had about 18 votes so far. So
whoa,
yeah, pretty much gone viral with that one. And basically, we're going to do it either around an England game or an FA Cup game, and have a beer and talk about football and watch some football.
Well, no, it's sorry. It's not an FA Cup game. It'll either be the FA Cup final or one of the England matches. Although it's far more likely to be.
I think it'll be England because it gives us a bit of time then at the end. I know there's one England game that a couple of people in the WhatsApp group are going to. I think it's the 16th, so we might avoid that one. But anyway. Okay. And then in terms of location, it's looking on the vote at the moment like London or possibly Rickmansworth. We know a really good place in Rickmansworth.
We can get a place at Rickmansworth, which is.
Whereas London, we're going to have to sort of do a bit of research and find somewhere, which is quite doable as well. Hence the vote.
Yeah, in which case it'd be really good to get some feedback from people so that we knew if you're coming from a long way away, we'll make it easier for you rather.
I think that'll be the next thing. Once we've established it's London/Rickmansworth, we will then sort of start saying, right, we just need you to say, can you come to this on that day? And obviously, if you're ill or something, you can't. But generally, if we got a rough idea of numbers, we can go from there.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's the next one. Next season, we're going to talk about very, very quickly. Obviously, because Pete's completely out of this running this season now, and he's plummeting down the league. He's starting to think about next season and how it could work.
I'm basically right next to you in the league, Chris, just like I've been.
No. You're not right next to me. You're below me. I'm about 6 places.
Yeah, but you're about 6 places below me.
Well, what are you talking about?
You're about 4 places below me.
You're as good as your last week. Okay.
Are you actually looking at the league
yes,
now?
I'm going to look at the league. It's been updated.
Right, okay.
I'm
so
16th.
I'll speak briefly about...
I'm 16th, you're 23rd. God, we're in different stratospheres. Okay, fine. So next season, that's what we were talking about before.
Next season, a couple of things. One is obviously the Euros are going on, so we'll definitely be doing Euro fantasy football for anyone that's interested in participating in that.
We'll probably do a sweepstake as well, won't we?
We will do a sweepstake as well. There'll be a lot more low key than the FUK, but just as much fun, obviously, on the short term. As far as the league goes, if anyone wants to get involved next season, they are more than welcome. Basically, we want to expand it.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, we're basically looking for 3 things, I reckon. I've sort of started to think about it in my head, and we're looking for maybe some more agents. So
yeah, if
anyone who thinks they could get maybe more than 5 people into the league, we'd love them to become on board. Basically, all an agent means is you are responsible for your people and getting their money, and you send it to me or Pete or whatever. It's not really that big a deal, but it really helps us because it obviously spreads the word of the
league. If you've got 3 or 4 mates or more that aren't in the league,
your workplace or your football club. We know James Page Chatton is at Shaftesbury FC, and there's a load of boys down there. We want to get all of them involved. Pete's doing some work at the moment with Watford Football Club. We're going to try and get them involved. Why not? No, absolutely. You've got to try. You've got to try. Exactly. We might have.
Gifton's going to be.
Odia Negaro as one of our main players next season in the league. That'd be amazing. Anyway,
I am trying to seduce them as subtly and
so I would imagine
efficiently as possible.
Yeah. So that probably won't happen. And also, right. So agents, definitely agents. We'd love some more agents. Secondly, I think what I've wanted for a long time is someone to do more stats stuff, because I'm not particularly a stats-based person. Pete thinks he is, but he hasn't really got a clue. He just looks at spreadsheets. And what I'd like is someone someone like, there are people in the league I think probably would be better than others, but actually, if you've got a bit of an interest and you spend more than an hour on fantasy football a week, which I think most of us do probably.
I think that's impossible to say, but
I'd say you spend more than an hour a day easily on fantasy football.
Yeah, Sarah would probably agree with you.
I think so. So I'd love someone stats based, because
if someone
whether it's just someone to maybe once a month or once a week would be amazing, but once a month just do a page of stats saying this is the person who's risen the fastest or the highest, or all those kind of like data things that I'm not particularly au fait with, and I don't think it's really your forte either, really, is it?
No, we can discuss it again. My forte is afterwards.
Well, it wouldn't take long. So yeah, a stats person. So anyone who's particularly data driven. Oh God, I've just thought of someone who loves numbers.
Right, crack on.
Third thing we want is maybe some more. Well, no, definitely more people just to, if you want to do an article. So you don't need to understand WordPress particularly. You can send me the wording in an email, or send it to Pete, or whatever. I mean, videos, any kind of contribution really. We just want to make it more interactive.
We'll support it if anyone
absolutely
wants to do anything. Basically.
Absolutely. So that's really for next season. And that's it really. I think we're at the end. So we've done 25 minutes or so. So that's been.
I'm going to go and rub that thing off Chris's head now.
Yeah, great. Okay, look forward to that. I'm going to run out of the room.
Good luck. Good luck to everyone.
Good luck for the next round of the cup, and we'll see you all soon. Goodbye.